What's up, guys? Big debate. Cenk Uygur with Kyle Kulinski and Krystal Ball. This one was a banger. It did not disappoint. Now, the whole first half of this debate was pretty sprawling. So I'm going to break it into a couple of different videos. We're going to be super targeted here. How Krystal and Kyle absolutely dismantled Cenk. And help give you an overall arc to kind of understand why Cenk is making this Maga pivot. Beyond the grifting, of course, I'm starting to see very clear that he has a specific purpose in mind. But man, this first section comes from the beginning, Krystal with the setup, and then we're gonna go right into the moment where Krystal drills down to that Pentagon budget. And this, this is one of the most spectacular crash outs I have ever seen. I mean, Cenk really bottoms out. Seriously, Janky! Oh, come on, reach out, buddy. I got you. Let's get into it. Dude, Cenk Uygur, bro. What is going on, boss? I don't get it, man. I honestly, like seeing him online, I don't understand what his end game is, like where he's going. You know what I mean? Like, think about this. I know he's trying to establish himself, Cenk is, as the one truthful guy, the guy with integrity, the political voice you can trust. But does he think he's building something here? Does he think his flock is increasing in size or getting smaller? Because it's most certainly getting smaller. And that's what's weird, right? His YouTube channel's getting smaller. His TYT's viewership is getting smaller. His circle of political collaborators is getting smaller. Like everything, you know, everything is shrinking except his fucking ego. And yet he seems more determined than ever to like get even more aggro. Let me go in here and just, you know, if they're on the left, I'm going to completely decimate any connection to, like, even if we have something in common, I'm going to drive right over them. And if they're on the right, even if they're telling me to go fuck myself, I'm going to, like, get down on my hands and knees and start, like, washing their feet and, like, smooching on their toes and shit. And it's like, bro, what is your outcome? What is your end game? Because right now you're making it so what's going to happen is you're going to be, you know, hanging out with Alex Jones in like 5 years, right? That's all you're going to have left is like Alex Jones and Kyle Rittenhouse. Dude, what a fucking weirdo, bro. So combative. I mean, look at his face. Just look at where he's starting, bro. This is the first shot. Look at his face. This is the first shot of the thing, and he's like, dude, he is ready for battle. He's like, God damn, I'm gonna get in here, and I'm gonna make sure I burn down my entire left-wing history. Dude, oh my God. All right, here we go.
This kind of follows on the heels of a discussion/debate that you and I had back in December. Where, you know, the launching point, and you can, you know, correct me if you don't think that this is a fair characterization of this conversation, but the launching point was a tweet that you had put out expressing some optimism about the Trump administration. So we can put that tweet up on the screen from Cenk to refresh everybody's memory about where we started. So you said...
Dude, I remember this tweet, guys. I remember this tweet where I'm like, dude, optimistic. Like, nobody that was non-MAGA was optimistic about this motherfucker.
I've been trying to figure out why I'm more optimistic now than I was before the election. Even though I was so against the guy who won, I know now MAGA is not my mortal enemy, neither is the extreme left. My mortal enemy is the establishment, and they have been defeated. So over the course of that conversation, you explained to me that the reason you felt optimistic was really two reasons. Number one, as you say there, the establishment was defeated. And number two, you felt that the elements of the populist right and the bros would hold Trump accountable. And it kind of built to this crescendo where he actually turned to the camera and said, listen, guys, In a little while, you're going to be able to say whether I was right or whether Krystal was right. Let's go ahead and play that portion as a refresher. That is element number 2.
I want to address something to the audience. Can I?
Sure.
Is this my camera here? Okay, yeah. So right-wing populists, it is now your job to prove Krystal wrong. Okay.
Go out and do it, y'all.
So she doesn't believe you. And by the way, almost no one on the left, other than me and Ana, believe you guys that you actually want to cut the Pentagon and that you could pressure Elon Musk and Donald Trump to cut the Pentagon.
Yeah. That didn't age well. The Pentagon cutting? I mean, it's $1 trillion budget now.
So are you going to prove the left wrong, or are you going to prove them spectacularly right? Am I going to have to come on here and apologize to Krystal for ever believing in any right-wing populist?
Yes, you are. You're going to have to come on here and you are going to have to eat a big bowl of fucking shit, boss. Nom, 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 nom.
And say, oh, I was a sucker. Those guys are liars. All they want to do was increase the Pentagon, have more wars, more corruption, and they never held Trump accountable. We waited 4 long years for them to hold him accountable.
Dude, that's exactly what happened. They increased the Pentagon budget. There's been wars everywhere. A new one maybe with Iran. There has been threats of war with Greenland and Canada and Panama and Mexico. Okay, and the corruption, the Qatari jet, the meme coins, the fucking, like, the stable coin, like, literally everything he said right there, just, like, boom, right in his fucking face, bro.
All they did was kiss his ass and show that they don't really believe in freedom. They said all this stuff about freedom, but they never meant it. Mm-hmm. They said all this stuff about drain the swamp, but they never meant it. They said all this anti-war stuff, but they never meant it. We're going to come back on here in 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, and we're going to keep doing a check.
So with everything that's happened in Trump 2.0, do you still feel that original optimism that you expressed at the time, do you still feel that was well-founded?
Absolutely. And the part of the reason I wanted to come on is to see if you guys are on planet Earth or live in an alternate reality. And I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm being genuine about it.
Dude, how does he say that with a straight face? He says, I need to figure out if you guys are on planet Earth. Dude, it's like, bro, we literally just watched the video of everything you were optimistic about just like barfed all over you. And now you're saying that they're wildly unrealistic.
And Chris, I went back and watched our conversation from back then.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Yeah, you kept saying like things against Trump. And that's why I didn't even think it was a debate. It was a discussion because I was like, yeah, I totally agree with you on Trump and the Republicans, et cetera. I was talking about the populist right and the independents that voted for Trump, the actual voters. And you saw it in that clip. I don't address Trump. I don't address any Republicans. I address the voters. So what has happened since then? Joe Rogan has come out against what Trump has done with Mahmoud Halil, with Abrego Garcia. Almost all of the MAGA hosts have come out against the war, ranging from Tucker Carlson, Steve Bannon. Then you've got the politicians like Marjorie Taylor Greene. You've got Tim Dillon. I'm not sure you can name a right-wing MAGA host or independent host that's for the war in Iran. So I'm genuinely curious. Like, are you guys not seeing that, or does that somehow magically not count?
So, Cenk, I have the same question as to whether or not you're on planet Earth. Because, first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you think that Trump 2.0 is better or worse than Trump 1.0?
Trump is irrelevant.
No, he's not irrelevant, because I'll tell you why. Here's why. You expressed optimism about how all this would go. And the reason you were optimistic is because, hold on. No, we just saw your tweet, okay? The reason you were optimistic
I can explain the tweet.
Is because you thought these various groups and influencers would hold him accountable. So did they constrain his behavior, for example, when Elon Musk was running around with a chainsaw, slashing Social Security and gutting the federal government and gutting the 𝗃𝗡𝗏. No, we didn't. In fact, we saw Joe Rogan host Elon Musk, not to mention Mark Zuckerberg and Mark Andreessen, to make the case for those things, okay? No accountability there. Did we see them constrain his behavior and hold him accountable when he launched a crypto shitcoin, the most corrupt scheme in American history, most likely? No, he did it. He's faced no accountability for that. You mentioned some dissent from Rogan on the kidnapping of college students off of college campuses. Is it the right that organized in opposition to that? No, it's the left and it's liberals. The only time.
And the courts, dude, think about liberals, left-wingers taking Trump to court is the only accountability he's had.
Trump's actions have been constrained at all in this Trump 2.0 era, which is vastly worse than I even expected when you and I had that conversation. I mean, we've got men in hundreds of people in a concentration camp. I didn't see any accountability from the right on that. I don't see any accountability from the right on an American city that is right now under invasion by our own troops, Marines on the ground in the city of LA. No, I don't see any accountability there. I see an administration that, as I predicted, the guardrails are completely off. And the only places where he has been constrained at all is when the left and liberals organized against Elon Musk, Tesla protests, showing up at town halls, etc., made him toxic. He had to be turfed out of the administration. And in the context of 𝗃𝗪𝗏 Garcia, when you had mass left liberal resistance, even pushing Democratic leaders who were lame and weak to do something, Chris Van Hollen goes down to El Salvador, and the administration did something they did not want to do, which was to bring him back. That is the only time this administration has been constrained. It has had nothing to do with the right, had everything to do with liberals and the left organizing against him.
Yeah, that's hilarious. You asked about 12 questions. I would love the time to answer it, but you didn't actually answer my question. Do you see a massive MAGA revolt against the war? And I'm being genuine. It's a literal question. Or do you just not see it?
Cenk, here's what I can tell you. Okay, Charlie Kirk, your buddy, he has already.
Not my buddy.
He has
Crystal,
already gone. He has already gone.
Thing to say.
He's already gone from. He's already gone from being critical of.
Dude, he didn't like that comment. Dude, do you see him? Oh Lord, dude. I mean, the thing that's really interesting is he's trying to like back her into this corner, saying, "Oh, do you not see the right wing rise up?" So, like, I mean, sure, there are influencers on the right who are being vocal about they don't want to go to war with Iran. This is not America first, yada, yada, yada. But we all know that if Trump goes to war, they will fall in line. I mean, I have seen nobody revolting against Trump or MAGA. What I have seen is people questioning the war. And then I've seen MAGA, the hardcore MAGA, being like, we can't trust anybody who's not going to do exactly what Trump says, right? So if anything, MAGA's getting more resolute, but he did not like that Charlie Kirk line, though. Holy shit.
So, okay, now, when you're talking about the Pentagon cuts, do you think that I thought, oh my God, Elon's such a good guy. And Trump's such a good guy, even though I've spoken out against them at every single turn. And then I magically thought, oh, I bet they become liberals overnight, progressives overnight. No, you put out the Pentagon thing so that they're stuck either way. That's why Bernie and Roe joined me. Because either they cut the Pentagon, we go, yes, mission accomplished. We got a tiny, tiny amount accomplished during a Trump reign, which seemed impossible.
Dude, he is crashing out so hard, dude. Dude, he's not even saying anything, right? When she's like, you know, he's like, no, the Pentagon, no, the budget didn't come down. And what do you think? I thought they were progressives? No. But I'm just gonna, yeah.
Or they don't cut the Pentagon and they add to it. And then we all come out, as I did and Bernie and Roe did, and go, see, we told you. They're hypocrites. The leaders of your party.
Oh, wow. They're hypocrites. That's really going to convince the voters there, Janky, right? Like Trump, dude, He lied about an election for 4 years straight. He committed an insurrection. He's making up shit about sex changes in schools. He flip-flopped on abortion like 7 times during the campaign. You think him being a hypocrite on the fucking defense budget is some kind of political capital you're going to cash in? Like, dude, this is insane, bro. What is he even talking about? Oh, my God.
Never intended to cut the Pentagon. MAGA, they were lying to you. Now,
does MAGA care, Cenk? Did that work? Did MAGA care?
Yes, they do care.
No, they don't.
No, okay, Krystal.
I've seen zero pushback on the Pentagon budget. Let me just say, because I let you go on for a little while.
Oh, I know.
There were two tactics that were floated by me and by you in our conversation, okay? You said, I think it's great that Elon's responding to me, Don Jr.'s responding to me, like we have more of a chance. No, you said we have more of a chance with these guys to cut the Pentagon budget than we don't. And I said, nothing good's going to come out of this. And so the important thing to do is to resist the project outright, because we don't want a bunch of the richest man on the planet running our government. And so we saw how this played
everything.
out.
Yeah,
the Pentagon, hold on. The Pentagon did not get cut.
It went up.
And actually what happened is all of the liberal and left organizing against Tesla, against the Wisconsin Supreme Court race, against Elon directly,
forced Elon out of Doge. Literally, the left-wing people who firebombed Teslas, who got on Elon's ass, who hounded him, made his life uncomfortable, lost the Supreme Court election in Wisconsin after his cheesehead and $30 million, he fucking bailed. They forced him out of politics, right? That is what happened. No MAGA. The fucking Pentagon budget did not go down. They didn't even get the Doge cuts. Dude, they literally didn't even do the Doge cuts. Yes, I think that's a great way of putting it. It's like the left wing made Elon political poison. Good call. Very insightful. That is exactly it. They made Elon like toxic to the point of where Trump had to like cut ties. And that was a left wing, not MAGA.
Tanked his popularity to the point that Trump felt he was a political liability and the whole project had to be scrapped. So the tactic of let's work with them and try to cut the Pentagon budget failed. The tactic of let's resist this project outright and make the case and make Elon himself politically toxic succeeded.
So, Krystal, we do live in two different worlds. It's fascinating to see. It's amazing to see. So, number one, the project of saying cut the Pentagon worked. Why did it work? Because they cut the Pentagon, it magically became progressives overnight? No. It worked because it showed and highlighted their hypocrisy, that they weren't going to cut the Pentagon. And now I get it, guys. Especially if you're in the audience, you're not seeing it. I get it. And I'm not saying that as an insult.
Dude, we're not seeing it because Cenk is playing 4D political chess. Dude, the thing that Cenk is leaving out is nobody in the world sees this except who? Him and Ana and 𝗏𝗏. By the way, he keeps bringing up 𝗏𝗏 as like his guy. 𝗏𝗏 was like, dude, we should take Elon in. No, we should not. 𝗏𝗏 from the rich fucking Silicon Valley tech district, motherfucker. We most certainly should not take Elon in. We will bury him in the ground, metaphorically. We're not going to physically harm him. But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We're not making any deals with the devil, okay? F that, dude. But he's like, no, you guys just don't really see the ins and outs of this thing. Like, really what's going on.
You're not seeing it.
So you won because the Pentagon budget went up, even though you thought that the Pentagon budget would get cut.
Can I finish? Okay. So the reason we're not seeing it is because you're not engaging with Matt.
She just fucking, oh my God, dude, she cooked him so hard. Dude, he's gonna crack. I think that last comment right there, I think that comment, so you won because the Pentagon budget went up. Oh my God, I want to see that again, dude. He's gonna crack. He is, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a, what do you call it? He's gonna have one of those celebrity breakdowns, I think, dude, where like Cenk Uygur is gonna get picked up by like LAPD running down the street in his underwear with like an airsoft rifle or something.
Guys, especially if you're in the audience, you're not seeing it. I get it. And I'm not saying that as an insult. But you're not seeing it
so
because
you
you're not
won
engaging.
because the Pentagon budget went up, even though you thought that the Pentagon budget would get cut.
Can I finish? Okay. So the reason you're not seeing it is because you're not engaging with MAGA, and that's okay. And you don't want to engage with MAGA. I got it.
Do you know who I am? Do you know the show I host?
I don't know if you know who you are.
Who are you talking to right now?
Okay,
I host a show with Sagar and Jetty and Emily Jasinski every day.
Okay, so Krystal,
no one in this room talks more to MAGA than I do, okay?
Yeah, okay. But so are you saying that none of the MAGA voters were thrilled that they added to the Pentagon? Is that what you're saying?
They don't give a shit because Trump did it.
Elon and Trump.
No, you guys are wrong.
Elon and Trump and Don Jr., Cenk, lied to you from the beginning when they pretended like there was even a 1% chance of it. So when people told you at the time, though, resist them outright and point out that they're frauds.
Okay,
don't pretend like maybe they'll cut it. That was kind of the point.
You guys have a totally ridiculous, All right, let me not be insulting. We disagree on strategy, okay?
Definitely, yes.
Okay,
dude, what is Cenk's strategy? His strategy is when they say they're going to do shit they're not, Cenk believes them. And then after they fucking prove that they were never going to do it, he just is going to believe them again? Like, dude, what is his fucking strategy? His strategy is to just like, you know, massage their prostates while they break every covenant they make with him?
This whole idea that you're making a difference because Donald Trump is listening to the left, I can't believe you guys think that. That sounds totally detached from reality.
Dude, Donald Trump is not listening to the left, Cenk. What's happening is the left is forcing guardrails on him. Okay, remember? Let me give you an example, Cenk. Okay, you ready? Follow me carefully here. I don't know if you're going to see this video, but Mahmoud Khalil got picked up, and then the woman from Tufts University got kidnapped, and then Abrego Garcia and a bunch of people got sent to a fucking foreign prison, which, by the way, you and Francesca, when you had your debate, she told you they were going to put people in camps, and you said, no, they're never going to do that. You're crazy. Well, guess what? They put them in camps. And then what happened? A bunch of Democrats went to El Salvador. Okay, they went through the courts. They maintained public pressure. They kept talking about due process. And we fought, and we fought, and we fought, and we protested. And Trump said, he's never coming back. They even had it on the White House official Twitter. Fixed it for you. He's never coming back. All of the admin said, he is never coming back. Guess what, Cenk? He's back. Not because Donald Trump listened to the left and was persuaded, but because we forced fucking guardrails on him. That is what Kyle and Krystal are saying. We have forced guardrails, and you're out there like hanging out, going to the party and trying to get the attention of Don Jr. and Steve Bannon and Charlie Kirk and like, hey, come play with me. Come play with me. And oh, yeah, you're going to cut the budget. Oh, yeah, you're anti-war. Yeah, oh, we're going to build a coalition. And they're fucking laughing at you, bro. You're not doing shit. You're not doing shit. You're not building any guardrails. You're not winning any MAGA. You're fucking killing your goddamn YouTube channel. You're making everybody in the left-wing political sphere look at you and think, God damn, bro, homie is one step away from fucking going postal. Jesus, dude. Oh, my God. Dude, he just doesn't get it, dude. God damn, dude, how did Cenk Uygur become a name in politics, bro? This guy is like completely blind, dude. I want to hear the corn song, dude. You know what I mean? I'm going blind, going blind, going blind. Right? Dude, Jesus Christ, bro. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, You know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.